The Hosidius House is the cooking and farming house of Great Korend. Gaining favor with this house will allow you to enter the Woodcutting Guild and play the Tithe Farm minigame, among other rewards. There are quite a few ways to get to the Hosidius House in Zeah, including the Teleport to Korend spell, if you've unlocked it, unlocked Fairy Ring, or Xeric's Talisman, but if none of those are options for you, you can take the boat from Port Sarim. The way favor works with the houses of Great Korend is that when you start earning favor in one house, you lose favor in the other houses, unless you've previously reached 100% favor in a house and then spoken with the house architect to lock in your maximum favor. You can see here, as I earn favor with Hosidius, I'm losing favor with Arceus. For this reason, I recommend working on getting all the way to 100% in one house and locking in your favor before earning favor with another. From 0 to 5% favor, your only option is plowing fields. All you need for that is a hammer. Make your way to one of the fields in Hosidius, preferably a long, narrow one like the ones to the north of the Tithe Farm, and then simply click on the plow to start plowing, and every few plows you'll gain some favor. Your character will automatically keep plowing until you reach the edge or the plow breaks down. The plow breaks down quite a bit though. When that happens, just click on it to repair it. When you reach the edge of the field, run to the opposite side of the plow and click on it and you'll start going the other direction. It should probably take you about 15 minutes to reach 5% favor. At 5% favor, you have the option to make sulfurous fertilizer in exchange for favor. Sulfurous fertilizer is made by combining saltpeter with regular compost. Saltpeter is found in one of 5 locations south of the Hosidius Bank. Have a shovel in your inventory, and then click on the saltpeter deposit to dig it up. Once the deposit is depleted, it will randomly reappear in one of the 5 locations. A good hint for finding the deposit is to look at the minimap for a yellow dot, because the NPC named Kono will teleport wherever the deposit is. Once you have your saltpeter, use it on the compost to make the fertilizer. You can then give this to the clerk in the building southwest of the bank for 0.1% favor every 2 fertilizers. The downside is that it will take 800 buckets of fertilizer to get to 45% favor, which is a ton. If you have a lot of composts and or a large disposable cash stack, you can buy saltpeter and compost at the GE, but it's still going to set you back a couple 100,000 gold pieces. If you're a little more strapped for cash, you can also continue plowing until 45% favor. It'll probably take about 90 minutes to 2 hours, but it won't cost you anything and you can just watch TV during it or whatever. Once you get to 45%, you can cook in the mess hall for favor until you reach 100%. This works best if you have at least level 65 cooking so you can make pineapple pizza, but you can do it with anything more than 25 and just cook stew and meat pie. What happens here is that we need to feed the soldiers either meat pies, pineapple pizzas, or stew, depending on the bars on the upper left corner. The longer the bar, the more favor you gain for serving that food. All the ingredients for each food are found in the cupboards to the left side of the kitchen. You cook the food, then click on either of the serving tables to deposit your food and receive your favor. My strategy was to make whatever food was in highest demand in batches of 10. If a food is in demand about 30% and you serve 10 of them, then you'll receive about 3% favor, so it actually can go pretty quickly. I made a cheat sheet for the recipes you use here, so feel free to pause on this screen or take a screenshot. Once you reach 100% favor, I highly recommend talking to Hosa in the Grand Korend Square to lock in your 100%. If this is your first time talking to him, there will be some dialogue about repairing the statue. If you've already agreed to help rebuild the statue, just talk to him once and your favor will be locked in at 100 and you're free to earn favor with another house. Now that you have 100 favor, what all can you do? Here's a quick rundown of all the current rewards. If you have level 25 thieving, you can steal from the fruit stall and have a chance of receiving Golova Nova fruit, with which you can make a botanical pie. You can use the allotment patches in the southeast corner. The crops planted here, including herbs, will never die of disease, so I'm definitely going to grow my snapdragons here. You also have access to the vinery, where you can grow grapes with a farming level of 36. And if you have 83 farming, You can grow a spirit tree in the patch just southeast of the bank to travel via the spirit tree network. You can also play the Tithe Farm minigame, which is a great way to get farming experience if you hate traveling around to farming patches and waiting for crops to grow. If you have at least level 60 woodcutting, you can enter the Woodcutting Guild, which has bunches of yews, magic trees, ents, as well as redwood trees to chop to your heart's content. Lastly, you get access to this little kitchen area, where there's a bank chest just steps away from a range that has a 5% reduced chance of burning food, just like the Lumbridge Castle range, but closer to a bank. And all of that is just at the time of this video. They may release more in the future. Hey there, thanks for watching. I hope the guide helped you out. If it did, maybe hit the like button. And if you're interested in seeing any more cool guides in the future, maybe hit that subscribe button.